me to be? Is that what your purpose is when you broadcast us Muslims on TV? A seeker of pity? That I am not. So I ask you politely, please stop. Stop misinforming humanity about who and what I am, because a strong Muslim female is someone to be respected, not damned.
The passionate outpourings of spoken word poet Sofia Servando Beg. The 19-year-old Canadian Muslim discovered the role of Islam in her life after the September 11th attacks. And early last year, she took her lifelong interest into public poetry and her words of tolerance and courage. That's our focus into this morning's Faces of Faith. Sofia joins us now from Montreal. I have to ask you, you said 9/11 was a real turning point for you. Tell us how that got you into not only your religion, but speaking in such words that have moved many people.
Well, the first thing is that I went to a Catholic private school here in Montreal, and growing up I didn't know much about Islam. I was born Muslim, but I wasn't practicing. I didn't really know how to pray. I didn't even really know the basics of Islam, so I didn't know the basis of Islam. But then later on, when September 11th happened, it was a big turning point in my life, because throughout my whole life, I've been trying to search for something, and that was myself. I didn't really have a personality. I didn't really know who I was as an individual, and that had a factor because my father is Pakistani and my mother is Chinese and Spanish. So growing up, that was very hard for me. And the moment September 11th happened, it was as if the world already had labeled me as something, and something that I didn't even know that I was, and I didn't understand that. And so being a Muslim, the world had already labeled me as, something negative. So I started to question myself and question my faith, to think, what is so wrong about my religion and what is so wrong about myself? And so I started studying Islam and reading upon it, and then that encouraged me to learn more about myself. Mm-hmm. And the moment I started getting into Islam, I really found who I was, and I found who Sofia Beg really was, basically.
And one of your poems, it's called Jihad Within, and that's the title of it. But in this post-9/11 world, when you hear the word jihad, a lot of people raise their eyebrows. Tell to us about what this poem means.
Okay, well, jihad within jihad actually means struggle, and it doesn't necessarily mean holy war. So when I say jihad within, it means the struggle within. So it's the struggle within me. It's the war within myself. And when I had written that poem, I was going through a very hard time in my life, and so so my poetry is very cathartic. So I just wrote down whatever was coming to my mind and in my heart. And so that poem is basically an outcry of desperation, and it's an outcry to God, trying to tell him, please guide me, because right now I don't know where I am and I don't know where I stand, And so and I understand that word jihad is very stands out a lot, especially in these times, and that's the reason why I use that title, because at the same time I'm educating people to understand what jihad means. It's not something it doesn't necessarily mean holy war.
Well, for a lot of Muslims, you, and your words have become such an inspiration. I want to know, though, just very quickly, within the community, those both inside and outside the Muslim community, what kind of feedback have you gotten?
Honestly, I could say it's very positive. Within the Muslim community, I've been getting a lot of encouragement. There hasn't been anything really negative towards me. And I understand that I'm a woman, and sometimes people, will think, will she be told to be quiet or, be pushed aside? But really, I've been encouraged from all age groups and on all types of people. And within the non-Muslim community, within the North American society, I've been encouraged as well. And I've done some poetry shows where it hasn't been Muslim oriented. The crowd hasn't been Muslim oriented, and I've been getting very positive feedback from them.
That is terrific. Well, it's very passionate, your words here, and you're a very strong woman, and we appreciate you coming on today to talk about not only your passion for poetry, but your religion as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.